Psychology over everything in trading. Guys, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to build a winning trader mindset. Plenty of nuggets going to be dropped in this video, so enjoy. Let's jump straight into this. Trading psychology is such a huge thing that is massively overlooked by traders, because traders come in with all this young enthusiasm to trade the world of finance, the financial markets. Think about reward, the money that can be made. Obviously overlooking as well the risk that comes with obviously all this reward that you're trying to gain as well. But a high percentage of people, from my experience, are failing because they haven't conquered this. They're not thinking about building that winning trader mindset. It makes up, and I think me being even conservative here, trading makes up 80% psychology, guys. There's much more to it than going on your terminal, doing a bit of analysis and pressing buy and sell. Much more to it than that. Okay, it's, dealing with the tough times when things aren't going right according to your plan, not deviating away from that plan that you've set out in the first place just because, a few trades are not going your way because market conditions don't suit you. It's also dealing with the highs as well. When you're on a winning streak, you feel like you're invincible, your ego starts throbbing, it's going crazy, and you just feel invincible, as I say. It's dealing with that as well. It's just, there's so much more to it than doing a bit of analysis on the chart or fundamental analysis, whatever the case may be. And it took me years to realize that. I was thinking, man, what is going on? I've got a good strategy here. I'm understanding what's going on in the markets fundamentally as well. But why am I still not having the greatest chance of success? Why am I still capped? Because of this. So guys, through this video, I'm actually taking a sort of a mindset journey through Northern Ireland, actually in Belfast, hitting the open roads, and just expanding my mind, letting it flow in terms of some tips for you guys that I really want you to take away and implement and start working on your own personal growth on the psychology side of things as well, so you can conquer this, building a bulletproof mind when it comes to trading. So do enjoy, really take some notes if you can, and as I say, there's plenty of takeaways here. Let's get it.
Right, Ken, so we're teams in Belfast.
Yes. The dream team!
Yeah, that's it. We're back out again after a 3-month lockdown. Do you want to tell everybody sort of the main core of this trip, why we're here?
Yeah, Belfast is beautiful. We're in Belfast, Northern Ireland, for anyone that doesn't know. Still part of the UK. The roads are brilliant. I love this place. In a way, this is a good place to disconnect because of the roads, just beautiful. But the reason why I'm here, the last 6 months, or this whole year so far, so 6 months, excuse me, have been strange, right? They've been strange, not just for me, I'm sure for everyone. Particularly the last 3 months of that, because last 3 months of that, we're in Bali. Obviously, Bali was great, amazing spiritual journey. I challenged myself by doing a one-to-one with a student, Crystal, who's actually still getting on really well. She's doing amazing. I speak to her pretty much every week or every other week, and she's making some good progress. But since we got back from then, as soon as we back in the UK, we're in lockdown, and it's just like, whoa, I've just gone being in an amazing state of mind, feeling free, open, and that's everything that I'm about. Mindset has to be in the right place. So I'll get back to trading in the studio on my own. Bear in mind the rest of the team, like Dan, everyone else is working from home, so I'm not interacting with anyone. I felt like, and then also market conditions have been very choppy. Things have been choppy in the market, so I felt like I've had to change the way in which I approach mentally, but also approach the way in which I tackle the market. So there's been a lot of change that have taken me out of comfort, what I am used to in terms of being in a clear headspace. So all of this has been fine. It's a challenge that I deal with, but I felt like I'm trading away here. I'm putting all this energy, expending all this energy, but I'm not rewarding myself. My reward is always my travel. So I thought, do you know what? I was speaking to Dan. I was like, Dan, we need to get somewhere. I need to clear my head, a mindset. I'm in a good place, but I just need a nice refresher. So this is the best place for it. And here, I want to have a massive connection with, this connection from what I've been stuck into in the studio, and here, and just sort of expand my mind a little bit. And I want to go deeper into the mindset side of things while we're here, because as I said, this is a great place for it. So yeah, that's a little bit about it. Yeah, so we're here in the beautiful Moor Mountains. This is stunning. Like, on the way up here, I felt a bit weird. I felt strange in terms of, because I was trying to figure out what sort of altitude we're at. But I feel good now. I feel in a good state. And look, while we've just been chilling here, we've got beautiful lakes, scenery, nature, amazing. And I was just thinking, like, my journey that I've come on, and how long it took me to really realize how important the mindset was for trading. Like, at first I was just focused on fundamental, and then I was focused on getting my strategy right, my technicals. And then once I still felt like I sort of polished both of those, there was still like a lack of my consistency. And what was this? It took me like a good 2 years to really realize that, and it came down to just having the right mindset, being in a good state of mind. Not talking about being happy all the time, because it's impossible, but at least being positive, the right frame of mind, structure around your day, becoming a logical thinker, being more balanced with your approach and things. It's a lot of stuff. And for me, I went through the dark parts of not establishing that initially. So it's a downward spiral of me just thinking, my technicals and my fundamentals, I know that, why isn't my trading going as well as it should be? And then I started getting into not a great place, and I had to go through the trenches to really establish that mindset is so key. So we're just enjoying this now and just further disconnecting from that studio back in London. So it's lit.
Trading itself is not hard. Anyone can analyze a chart and then place a trade. That's the easy part. The tough part, where I'm confident to say from experience where most fail, is the psychology. Trading without a shadow of doubt is at least 80% mindset. Why such a high percentage? Managing a trade, allowing winners to run, dealing with losses, a losing streak, managing ego in times of a winning streak, avoiding overtrading, FOMO, fear of missing out, impulsive trading, and much more. Let's just see how all of this heavily outweighs simply just analyzing the chart and then placing a trade. So please listen to the incoming clips. I'll touch upon a few observations, giving you some tips that must be considered and practice to build that winning trader mindset.
Using emotions in a controlled manner. Guys, when through my journey, my trading journey, and I've touched upon this before, but I mastered technicals, I mastered fundamentals in terms of a system, but there was always an element that was lacking. And what was that? It was overlooking mindset, mindset and emotions, having control of those. And I know I've said before about, emotions have to be left at the door when it comes to trading, to some extent, but you got to think, let's just quickly leave that there a moment. I want to go into, look at all the sports professionals. Now, when I think of sports professionals, I'm trying to think of people that are really show emotion and passion with what they do. Michael Jordan, we've seen in the past, Serena Williams, tennis, Cristiano Ronaldo, Muhammad Ali. These guys were absolutely fueled with emotion behind what they did. But with that, it wasn't all erratic everywhere. All of that emotion, they took that and channeled it. And this is what you got to do with trading. Yes, obviously at the end of the day, it's in our nature to be emotional about certain decisions, but we have to channel that so that we remain, logical, balanced, and critical when it comes to our thinking and execution at trading. So I'm not saying don't have emotions, but channel them with trading. Otherwise, you will get, dragged through the dirt. Control that channel, execute, baby. Stay lit.
critical personality characteristics of a successful trader. Guys, over the years, I've come to the realization that there's 3 particular areas in which you need to have, okay? So listen up here, just from my experience. Number 1, being a logical thinker. Now, when it comes to you're ready to place trades, you're ready to execute, your decisions have to be logical. They can't be rash, they can't be impulsive, because that's where mistakes crop up. You've got to have solid reasoning, that makes sense before you execute that trade. And then the other thing is looking at the bigger picture. That's number 2. When you're coming, you're not just sucked in or dwarfed just because you see this opportunity, and then again, this is about being logical, you're being rash, you see this opportunity, let me trade that. No. You're not just being sucked into what's happening there and then, the short term. You're looking at expanding, obviously, your chart. You're looking at those daily, those weekly, those monthly timeframes to really get a gauge for what the trend is doing. Remember, typically speaking, the trend is your friend. You got to understand, you don't want to get caught counter trend trading, okay? So look at that bigger picture, evaluate things not just on the chart, but evaluate things from a fundamental perspective as well. Taking that all in. And then being very well decisive, okay? Being decisive, that's the last point. You can't be in and ahhing before you're ready to take a trade, yeah? It's got to be, pull that trigger. You've done your analysis, you thought logically, and then you execute, okay? Being decisive. Hesitancy will burn you. It's just like, an analogy here, if you're driving on the road and you're being hesitant, slow, stopping, you're not confident, you're prone to an accident occurring, okay, which you don't want. So be well decisive, pull that trigger and just execute. So those are the 3 areas in which I think are critical for to be a successful trader. Man, in a way, I wish that I knew psychology was the most important thing of trading. As I said before, it's 85% of trading. It would have saved me a lot more money. It's been certainly a costly lesson for sure over the years, and I guess a lot of you would have been there yourselves, but I'm grateful for it because it's made me the trader that I am today. And I did touch upon it before in an Instagram video, just how you absorb all of this psychological data, from your trades that you've placed, that trades that are running live, closed, whatever the case may be, and how these things that you're absorbing, unless you're really conscious of them and aware, right, when you've got full control on the psychology and the mental game, unless you're aware, this data's coming in, typically it's being sent, okay, it's instantaneously being sent to the fear center of your brain, okay, it's being sent to the fear center of your brain. So when that typically occurs, impulsive decisions come into play, right? Being rash. Your brain, your instincts as a human are designed for survival in the short term, and not thinking about the bigger picture side of things. So it's just becoming aware of little things like this. And when it comes to trading as well, I think it's really key of being all in, all in with this. Being sidetracked on other things is fine, but you've got to, if you're going to give it trading, you've got to give it everything. You have to have that all-in mentality, because it uses and expends every human emotion, every bit of energy that you have. It's not just, as some of these people make it out to seem, come and follow my signals, or learn how to trade, you'll make a load of money. Baby, it's not that simple. It is not that simple. Otherwise, the failure rate wouldn't be like 80% as it is. And I think the failure rate of trading as well is linked to people just too focused on technicals, people too just focused on fundamentals, and a lot of people neglecting the mindset, neglecting the psychology. One other thing I wanted to note as well is about, when it comes to emotion, emotion is something that you need to channel, okay? You need to channel with trading, have control over, and expend that in the right way. But yeah. Not allowing your trades to influence your emotion. When that's happening, you could be, particularly if you've got a family or friends around you, and you're allowing that trade to dictate your emotion, man, that is not a good place to be. And you know, in the past, I have been there where, you know, it's essentially that I feel like I'm all in on this trade. It's like all in, it's going to make me, or this is going to break me. And it's the fear. And the fear is then driving your emotion. If you're in profit, you're great. You know, all those people around you, I'm in a good mood, I'm going to rub this off on other people. If my trade's at a loss, you know, then I'm not going to be in a great place, and the people around me as well are probably going to be affected. So how do we deal with that? Let me say it is simply down to risk, okay? Risking too much in the markets will then overtake your emotions, overtake your logical thinking, overtake your looking at the bigger picture. It's now, I have to do this now. I'm not seeing things down for the longevity, okay? So reduce that risk, reduce what you're comfortable, reduce now. I've got trades running on my phone now, but they're just there, you know, I don't care about them in a sense, right? Whatever happens, win or loss, it's fine, because I'm comfortable with what's being risked in terms of my trade. I'm comfortable with my exposure in the market, and that's how it should be, guys. You should not allow these trades on your phone, on your laptop terminal, whatever the case may be, to dictate this. This should be dictating, you know, your trades, okay? So don't allow that to affect your emotions. Let's get it. So guys, I hope that put it in perspective for you, just how important psychology is when it comes to trading. And look, if you want longevity in this game, right, and not a lot of people have that, they're thinking more Usain Bolt, sprint for that reward, and not Mo Farah, you know, the marathon, still going through those years and years and years. Like myself, I've been doing it for over 10 years. If you want that longevity, man, you have to master this mindset. Channel those emotions, as we spoke about through that video when I was dropping some of those tips there. Guys, if you like this video, if you enjoyed this and you found some real takeaways, let me know in the comments, because we can dive deeper into trading psychology as well. Maybe we make this a series. Let me know in the comments below. And please, if you want me to continue this YouTube, do hit that subscribe button. It means a lot to me. Smash that like button as well. Continue to support. Stay lit. Let's get it.